Aloha, welcome. Video number 4 in a series of videos entitled An Explanation of Everything That Seems to Be. In the first videos, we focused on the idea that this is just dreaming, God has nothing to do with it. You're experiencing the results of your mind because it's your dream. You are the dreamer of this world of dreams. It has no other cause. You are doing this but to yourself. The world that you see is an outward picturing of an inward state of your mind. That's what dreaming is. You're not really seeing anything, you're just projecting. You're projecting your own judgments, your own feelings, your own thoughts. Looking at your thoughts. The world that you see is of your own making. It represents everything that you want. There is nothing there that you don't want. Everything in your world, everything that is happening, everything that you seem to be experiencing is what you're asking for. It's what you want. So the teaching is simple. You're experiencing the results of your mind. You're doing this to yourself. It's your mind that's complicated. I'm teaching the power of your mind because it's your dream. You can't possibly be a victim of your own mind. You cannot possibly be unfairly treated because in your dream, you peopled your world. You told them what to do. You told them what to say. They're just hitting the marks and reciting their lines as per the script that you wrote. So great, the power of your mind. Now, I love the idea that there are a lot of teachings out there now. There's the movie The Secret. There are a lot of teachings out there now that are focusing on the idea that anything that you focus on will manifest, such as the power of your mind. Your mind is all powerful all of the time. The problem is you've been far too tolerant of mind wandering, and you don't know what you're really focusing on. A lot of times when you think you're focusing on something that you want, you think you're focusing on something that you're lacking and you want in your life, when in fact you are also at the same time focusing on the idea that you don't have it. And there might even be a little fear there that you might never get it. So at the same time that you're focusing on what you want, or you think you want, you're also focusing on the fear of not getting what you think you're focusing on that you think you want. So there are a lot of new thought teachings out there now that teach the power of your mind and that teach that you can dream any dream that you want to dream and you can have anything that you want. All you have to do is focus on it. And that's very true. You are getting what you want, and you're getting what you want because you're focusing on it. And what you resist will persist because by resisting it, you're focusing on it. So that's why it persists. Now what I'm teaching is a little bit different though. I'm teaching you that the teaching I'm working with says that you haven't got the foggiest idea what is in your own best interest. You don't know what you want. You don't know what is in your own best interest. The world that you see has nothing to do with reality. You're hallucinating. You're dreaming. All of the sensory data input that you're working with is an hallucination. It has nothing to do with reality. How could you possibly make any decisions that would be in your own best interest if the only data that you're working with is a hallucination? You do not even know the thing that you are. You have identified with an image in a dream. You think that you are a thing that you are not. There is no way that you know what is in your own best interest. There's that story of the an old story of a farmer who lives with his son on a farm, and they have a wonderful horse in the corral, and the horse breaks out of the corral one day, and the farmer's neighbor comes over, and the neighbor says, "Isn't it terrible? Your horse has broken out of the corral and has run away." And the old farmer's a very wise old man, and he says, "Well, maybe it was a terrible thing that happened. Maybe it was a good thing that happened." The next day, the horse came back into the corral all on its own, and it was followed by 5 wild horses. So the farmer and his son put the gate back up, and now they had their horse back, and they had 5 new horses that they didn't have before. Farmer's neighbor came over, and he said, "Isn't it wonderful? You have your horse back, and now you have 5 new horses." And the farmer said, "Well, maybe that's a wonderful thing that happened. Maybe it wasn't such a good thing. We'll see." The next day, the farmer's son is out trying to tame one of the wild horses, and the farmer's son falls off the horse, breaks his leg. The neighbor comes over and says to the farmer, "That's terrible. Your son has broken his leg." The farmer says, "Well, maybe it was a terrible thing. Maybe it wasn't such a bad thing. We'll see." The next week, the little country where the farmer and his son live goes to war. All the young men are called up to battle, but the farmer's son can't go because he's got a broken leg. And on it goes. The neighbor comes over and says, "Isn't that wonderful? Your son didn't have to go and fight that battle, and he's home, he's safe." On and on it goes. Many times what you have seen as your best successes were your worst failures, and the things that you judged were your failures were your best successes. And the fact of the matter is, a bad day for the ego is really a good day for the spirit. So you have no idea what is in your own best interest. And yet I'm telling you that your mind has the power to manifest whatever you want to focus on. If you'll be conscious and aware and focus on whatever it is that you want, you can manifest it. It is true, but you have no idea what is in your own best interests. And so rather than teaching you to create your wish board or whatever they call it, and to focus on manifesting your mansion and your car and $10 million and all these other things that you think will make for your happiness, rather than doing that, I'm working with a teaching that says nothing real can be threatened. Why are you trying to manifest what isn't real? Why would you want to manifest what isn't real and has absolutely no value? I'm working with a teaching that says, want only the peace of God. When you can say unequivocally that the peace of God is all you want, then it will be yours. Beyond that, you have no idea what is in your own best interest. Trust me, this world holds nothing that you want. The things of this world are the things of time. Want only the peace of God.